I'm muted.
Let me make sure I'm not muted. Oh shoot, that's so loud in my ear.
Sorry, my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. Here we go. Here we go. Talk to me. All right, guys.
What's good, you people? Drop a like. Bro, it's in my ears again.
Sorry.
Please.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it. Here we
What's
go.
up, Daniel? What's up, people?
What's happening, y'all?
All right, people.
It is what it is. It is what it is. And you know what's hard about this is that I am a person that has Cam Akers and J.K. Dobbins. So I'm done for the year, essentially. Both my running backs, both my starting guys, officially done for the year.
That's why you don't fall in love with people, right? Just don't draft.
Just don't draft. Let me just bring up Twitter here.
What's up,
so
Jack? What's up,
can
Daniel?
see.
What's up, TNT? We're about to talk about this. Okay, so J.K. Dobbins confirmed out for the year. We're going to talk about how this affects Gus Edwards, how this affects Lamar Jackson, because I think this actually affects more than just the running back position. I think this does affect the offense as a whole, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree. Drop a like for us. Let's get some more people in here. I know, Jack, it is sad. Daniel, what's up? I got Gus Edwards in my keeper league yesterday. Well done, bro. Good pickup. What's up, TNT? All right. Have we got? Can you bring up some tweets for us to show the people here?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. It's all happening so fast, guys.
No, drop a question if you guys have any. By the way,
that's our league that we just drafted in. That's so funny. Let's get that out. Here we go. Live Q&A right here. There we are.
Daniel says, I don't think anything will change. They probably will sign one more running back. They are still a really efficient run offense. I agree, but Gus is not the same player as J.K. Dobbins, guys. J.K. Dobbins has a different skill set that Gus Edwards had. Than Gus Edwards, excuse me. I mean, Dobbins was a much better pass catching back. I am not certain that Gus Edwards is going to be the workhorse in this backfield. I don't think that that's going to be the case. I could be wrong, but Aki, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this as well. But I imagine that Justice Hill is going to be pretty involved on third downs. They might bring in another running back. Maybe they'll bring in a guy who, like a Javion Hawkins if he doesn't make the team. I think there's a lot.
Oh, there he goes.
This week.
Just breaking up there, brother. Just breaking up there. There he goes. All right. Look, like Zach was saying, it really depends on what you think. My initial thought is that I think Gus Edwards, for me, we're kind of both split here, but I think for me, he does get some sort of work. He is going to be the quote unquote bell cow per se. But I do believe it's going to be some sort of Justice Hill will have some sort of role. What does that look like? We don't know. I am a J.K. Dobbins owner. Gus Edwards was already off the board, and I picked up Justice Hill. Right, so he has to play a role. What that looks like, it's probably going to be 60-40, maybe 50-50 at times. I think it could also be a hot hand thing. It's really hard to say right now because it's so unclear. But it does change the offense, and I think, like Zach was saying, this team was a run first heavy team last year, and
I think maybe only the Titans had more rushing attempts. Let me double check, but keep going.
Yeah, so it's hard to kind of gauge in what's going to be happening here. But I personally
think they will probably bring in either one of these guys who doesn't make the team that's like a rookie. They had the most attempts last year, excuse me. Or they will probably sign a veteran. Don't overdraft Gus Edwards, guys. Don't overdraft Gus Edwards. I think that's going to happen. Can you bring up the mock draft that we just did tonight? Let's see what happened in this mock draft.
The draft,
this is the super flex. So
the draft that we just did with the boys just now.
It was a super flex. So that we just did a draft tonight, a super flex. So this probably isn't going to be the same as your one running back. But he went ahead of Trey Sermon, Michael Carter. I think that's too high still. So let me look at my rankings, and I'd love to give. I know it's like instant reactions, Badaki, but I'd love for us to look at our rankings and just trying to give people a general feel of where we are, because there's a lot of people who are going to be going into drafts. I still can't take Gus Edwards over Chase Edmonds, Trey Sermon, Raheem Mostert, Darrell Henderson, maybe even Leonard Fournette. I think Gus Edwards is going to slot in right at my running back 32. Badaki, do you have any instant thoughts? I know we need to take time to genuinely look at the situation entirely, but
let me pull up my rankings really fast and just kind of really think about it. I can tell you that he's going to be falling around, Gus Edwards. People that I know I'm going to be taking over for sure is obviously the Damians, the Ronald Jones, the Kareem Hunts, the Myles Gaskins guys. I'm taking him over them.
You're taking those over Gus.
I'm taking them over Gus. I think where I could potentially be 50-50, where, once again, instant reaction, I could be considering Mike Davis over Gus. I mean, Gus over Mike Davis, potentially.
That's too high for me, but okay.
I think, like, you think about the workloads, if it is going to be a 50-50, I mean, we all talked about Mike Davis not being able to handle this full workload. And then it comes down to Raheem Mostert, the Michael Carters, the Chase Edmonds, the Trey Lance.
I agree. I think we just view Mike Davis differently than.
Yeah, we definitely
so
do.
Running back 30, what feels comfortable?
For me, at the moment, 35, 34. I'm taking Nyheim Hines over him potentially. No, maybe not. That's so hard. Someone like Nyheim Hines, obviously, like, he's not the starting guy. Gus is the starting guy. That's where the gray area starts.
Yeah. I agree, TNT. He will be heavily involved. Speaking about Gus Edwards, by the way, shout out to the 9 people watching. Could you drop a like for us? That's just going to help more people reach this live stream so we can talk about it together. I agree. Gus will be the main running back, and if you can go back to Twitter, Badaki, he'll be the main running back in this backfield. However, I am worried that people will overdraft Gus Edwards now. If you're going into drafts this weekend, be wary of overdrafting Gus Edwards. It's likely that they bring in another running back. It's likely that Justice Hill might have a role if they don't. I don't think that Edwards is the, fill-in obvious type guy.
Yeah,
I mean, he is a fill-in guy, but I don't think he's going to get the full workload like a James Robinson. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think he's going to step in like James Robinson and get all the work, because that's just not how this offense works. What's up, Filoni? By the way, tell us how to properly say your name, bro. Gus Bus. Feel free to ask any questions about this injury. Happy to chat about it together on the live stream. 10 people watching. Could you drop a like for us? That's just going to help us reach more people so we can get some more questions, some more interactions in the live stream.
Yeah.
Thanks for the love. But it does look like what does the injury say? I mean, is it a full ACL or is it just an MCL?
At the moment, it doesn't necessarily say. At the moment, it's saying that it's feared that he went back and reviewed TV copy. Unfortunately, not much to add with the limited.
Let's go to Jake. Let's go to Adam Schefter here. 12 minutes ago.
Yeah, this one right here.
J.K. Dobbins currently is undergoing his MRI, but the expectation going in was that he had suffered a season-ending knee injury per sources. Okay, so that's either an ACL or a really bad MCL.
What's interesting
don't drop him yet.
What's interesting is that the report, maybe this is where the gray area comes in. The report doesn't say he's missing the season. It's definitely a could miss season.
The expectation. You're right. It doesn't say he is. So maybe don't drop him yet. But
we definitely put Dobbins out for the season as the title here.
No, but I'm pretty. It sounds like it's all you need to know is it's probably going to happen, right? I want to talk about how this affects the Ravens' offense, though, because what Dobbins brought to the table was vastly different to what Gus brought to the table. The reason they brought Gus on that contract is because that was the perfect 1-2 punch between them. Gus is not known to be a great pass catching back. Dobbins brought that to the table. So I do think that this affects the offense as a whole. And let's think about this. Rashad Bateman's out. J.K.
Yeah.
Dobbins is out.
Yeah.
How does this affect this offense and with Lamar Jackson
I think
really only having Mark Andrews as a weapon that he can rely on?
Yeah. Look, for me, it kind of just goes back to square one. Lamar's going to be using his legs a lot. Who's the guys that are going to step up? Rashad Bateman is out. Hollywood Brown is going to be taking a role that, once again, he's not built for. He's not meant for. In the beginning of the season, I think Gus is a good guy to kind of relieve some sort of pressure. But you're right, he's not J.K. Dobbins. He doesn't have the same talent.
Yeah,
it's difficult to kind of understand what's going to be happening. But it's just hard, man. It's really hard right now.
I am more hesitant to draft Lamar Jackson at this point. I'm not dropping him crazy, but if there's one or two guys now, I might actually consider someone else in my drafts other than Lamar Jackson, because those are two crucial pieces, Bateman and Dobbins. They mean more than you probably realize. I still think Lamar Jackson's a top 6 fantasy quarterback, but there might be other people I would potentially now consider over a Lamar Jackson because of the uncertainties with who are the weapons that he's going to. This is the problem. Last year there were no weapons. You just lost your probably your best weapon outside of Mark Andrews, and you have Bateman who's out for 4 weeks. I think this is a bigger problem than people might realize for the Ravens offense, in my opinion.
Yeah, look, for me, I think Lamar kind of goes back to it. Even before they had J.K., who were they using? Mark Ingram was the guy. He was older, and Lamar had a crazy season. You know, I think it could go back to that, but once again, it could be very, it just could be very iffy, I think.
17 people watching the stream right now. Big love. You're probably learning about the injury, or you have questions. There's the thumbnail that we made. Could you do us a massive favor and drop a like on this video? When you drop a like, that just helps us reach more people so we can talk about this together. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're on the road to 1K. We are 16 away. Drop a question. You have any questions about this? You want to hear our thoughts about any part of this? Let us know. Now, what I would say, as Badaki's trying to figure out
I'm thinking about Gus Edwards and his workload, what did he do last year? 140.
Yeah, well, Gus Edwards, I think from week 8 onwards, if I'm not mistaken, was the running back 20. So he had a pretty good workload.
Yeah, he had decent weeks for sure.
Yeah. 15 carries there, week 16, 12 carries, week 17.
You kind of expect that to kind of obviously double with JK out. Let's just look at Dobbins and what he did last year. We go to game logs here, like PPR, because we're playing PPR.
Let's keep in mind as well that Dobbins wasn't the guy yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Year. Ingram was there as well, so a lot of those numbers are skewed.
It looked like he was kind of, at least from after week 8, averaging.
The bye week kind of hit something.
Yeah, he was averaging obviously over like 10 carries a game here.
Yeah,
I think there's upside there for Gus. If Gus can kind of do that and get over that hump. Look, 15 carries, 14 points, 16 carries, 14 points. When he gets double-digit carries, he does kind of break that double-digit threshold kind of instead of this week, obviously almost there. 12, obviously almost there, but obviously J.K. Dobbins was in the mix. So
I think you can expect 15 total touches per game with a guy like Gus. I'm not saying don't draft him. Definitely draft him. I'm saying be careful where you draft him. Don't draft him where the Myles Gaskins are, the Chris Carsons, the Mike Davis, the Ronald Jones, Damian Harris's. I personally wouldn't draft him there. What's up, Vincent? Vincent says, do you think they will sign and trade for another running back? I do think they'll bring in a veteran running back. I think it's pretty likely they'll either bring in a veteran or one of the guys who doesn't make a team from these cuts that are coming this week. So be careful about dropping anyone important for like a Justice Hill, for example, because we don't know if he's going to have a secure role. What are we expecting from Edwards? Again, I think we can expect like 15 touches a game, probably be around the 10 to 12 points per game type threshold.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a passing upside. That's the issue. That's the big difference between him and Dobbins.
Yeah, and I think that's the part that we're still iffy about is like what's that workload going to look like? What's Gus Edwards, Justin Hill, can they actually maintain that workload? I'm trying to think of somebody that can. Here we go. I got the link here. I'm trying to think of somebody that can take over that role as a free agent running back. Maybe they trade for somebody, but obviously free agents. Kerryon Johnson, that's somebody that can catch the ball. That it doesn't have a team at the moment. I don't think someone like a Todd Gurley or Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson would be awesome.
I personally don't see that in my opinion.
Well, Todd Gurley's already had a visit there.
Yeah, he definitely did. I see. For me, it sounds crazy, but I think Kerryon Johnson, a guy that can help. I don't know about Shady. I don't know about AP. I don't know about Frank. But these are the guys that could potentially be on their way to make a visit.
A guy like an Ito Smith or DeAndre Washington wouldn't be surprising. Chris Thompson. Yeah. Like guys who could fill in that pass catching role. I like Justice Hill. I just don't know how much they like him is the issue.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of cuts this week, guys. And, a lot of these rookie running backs are going to have chances to sign with teams who need them. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, Justice Hill's still pretty young, 23 years old. Mm-hmm. Let's see what he did last year. He didn't do much.
Yeah, he didn't get much opportunity last year.
But when he did, 9 carries, 35 yards. That's not crazy. 2 carries, 21. I do remember him stealing that touch. Did he steal a touchdown? He stole a touchdown from somebody. Nah, that was Gus.
Yeah. Marlon Mack, maybe. I feel like the Colts want to keep Marlon Mack.
Yeah, I think
I'm trying to think of teams that could trade, but maybe like even a Jordan Wilkins.
You think of those third string guys that are trying to make a team right now, like a guy in my head, like we have Corey Clement for the Giants. I feel like maybe he probably won't make the team.
I don't think Tevin Coleman could be a name, right?
I don't know.
Could Tevin Coleman be a name? Doesn't make the squad.
I mean, if we look at these running backs here, like who's here trying to make a team? Like
it would be insane. It's not going to happen. But what if they traded for like Kareem Hunt? Nah, that wouldn't happen. No way. Browns would do that. That's
no
stupid.
way, because JK's still young.
I know.
Yeah. See, I can see like a Corey Clement. Maybe they like what he's doing there. A Wayne Gallman. I mean, if he doesn't make that team, I don't know, man.
What about like Kalen Ballage, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of different trades that could potentially happen. Anyway, maybe a Latavius Murray. That might be interesting. But anyway, we'll probably end the stream here. Drop any questions quickly if you do have any. Drop a like first if you don't mind, so more people can find this later. Quickly to recap, don't overdraft Gus Edwards because of this. I don't think he's going to have like a 70% workload. He will be the most valuable, but it will be more like a 60-40 between him and someone else, and he's not really got that pass catching upside. So when you're going into your drafts this weekend, don't overdraft Gus, because a lot of people will now. I mean, he shouldn't go in the first 4 rounds without a doubt. And I am a little bit more worried about Lamar Jackson. I'll just be honest. In a redraft league specifically, I might take a Dak Prescott over him, or a Rodgers, or a Herbert, Wilson, Brady. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see, like, he said his silver was all over it last night, but what was it?
I think he's just meaning he called it that it was indeed a serious injury.
Right.
Will he be an RB2? He's definitely, his upside is an RB2. Yeah, like a top 24 running back. he has that upside. Definitely a possibility within that offense, 100%. Just don't overdraft him, guys.
Yeah.
Let someone else overdraft him and let other players fall to you. But anyway, we'll probably end the stream here. Hope that helps. Feel free to drop any comments down below. We'll be happy to answer them. We're going to bed because it's like 12:30 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah. All love y'all. Obviously, we'll be back on Monday night for you guys with a mock draft. So, deuces, y'all.
Actually, that's a real draft.
Oh.
See you then.
Oh, yeah, that is a real draft.